You think you know Bugatti. You've scrolled past the jaw-dropping headlines. 300 mph barrier shattered. $1 million price tags. Champagne leather everything. You've probably seen the sleek, sculpted lines of a Chiron or a Veyron gracing a supercar rally on your feed. But what if I told you the truly wildest Bugatti stories have absolutely nothing to do with mere top speed? What if the real magic, the genuine insanity, lies in the details you've never heard? Stick around, because by the time we hit number 7, you'll be questioning everything you thought you knew about automotive limits. We're talking about a customer strapped into the passenger seat, doing 282 miles per hour with the roof chopped off, and believe it or not, that's just the warm-up act. Prepare to have your mind blown, because Bugatti isn't just a car. It's a philosophy, an engineering marvel, and an art form all rolled into one adrenaline-fueled package. 31. The 0400 that made physics file a complaint. Let's kick the tires with the kind of numbers that still make seasoned engineers blush. Back in 2017, Bugatti decided to demonstrate something truly audacious. They handed the keys of a standard-looking Chiron to Juan Pablo Montoya. Yes, that Juan Pablo Montoya, the Indy 500 winner, the Formula One legend, and essentially said, "Let's see if you can hit 400 kilometers per hour and get back to zero before anyone finishes a sandwich." Sounds like a challenge, right? What happened next was less a test and more a brutal re-education of what a road-legal car is capable of. 42 seconds later, Montoya had traveled exactly 3.112 kilometers, peaked at an astounding 249 miles per hour, and then brought the entire machine to a full, complete stop. Think about that for a second. In less time than it takes to brew a cup of coffee, this car accelerated with the force of a fighter jet, and then decelerated with the stopping power of a concrete wall, all without breaking a sweat. There was no parachute deploying from the rear, no SpaceX retro rockets firing to assist. Just 8 titanium pistons the size of coffee mugs, churning out relentless power, and carbon ceramic rotors that, by the end of the run, glowed like a blacksmith's forge. The heat generated was immense, the forces on the driver and the car unimaginable to most. This wasn't merely fast. It was a violent symphony of acceleration and braking, pushing the very boundaries of physics. The wildest part, the truly unbelievable kicker, that car was mechanically stock. Let me repeat, stock. Only the software was tweaked slightly, and the seats were swapped out to accommodate camera gear for the recording. The engine, the brakes, the chassis, all were exactly what a customer would receive. This wasn't a stripped-down, purpose-built race car. This was a hypercar, demonstrating the inherent, mind-bending capability built into every single Chiron rolling off the Molsheim assembly line. Try replicating that in your driveway without scaring the neighborhood dogs, let alone defying the fundamental laws of motion. It was a statement, an exclamation point, proving that Bugatti's engineering isn't just about headline-grabbing top speeds, but about a holistic mastery of power delivery, traction, and control. It's about conquering speed in every dimension, from a standstill to warp speed and back again, with a composure that borders on the supernatural. For 2. The 304 mph prototype. That wasn't technically a production car coming in at number 9. We have the Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus Blast that absolutely shattered the mythical 300-mile-per-hour barrier. The automotive world held its breath as the news broke. Bugatti had done it. They had pushed past the seemingly insurmountable 300 mph mark, hitting an incredible 304.77 mph. Or 490.48 km/h if you prefer the metric system and its elegant precision. It was a monumental achievement, a new benchmark in the relentless pursuit of speed. Except, here's the plot twist, and it's a good one. The record-breaking car was a single-direction run with a roll cage, a stripped interior, and yes, a smidge more turbo boost than the 30 customer cars that would later pay €3.5 million each for their own slice of history. Bugatti, ever the stickler for precision, never officially claimed it as a two-way world record, which is the gold standard for official speed records set by organizations like the Guinness World Records. For a record to be truly official, it typically requires 2 runs in opposite directions within a short time frame to average out wind and gradient effects. Bugatti's run was one way. Purists, as you might expect, cried foul. "It's not a production car," they lamented. "It only went one way." Bugatti, in their typically nonchalant yet supremely confident manner, essentially shrugged and said, "We only promised you 300 plus on the nameplate, didn't we?" And indeed, the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus does have 300 Plus right there in its name. The message was clear. Whether it was a prototype or not, the engineering capability was proven. The Speedo still clicked past 490 km/h, a number that fundamentally rewrote the textbook on aerodynamic drag, tire technology, and sheer engine output at ludicrous speeds. This single-direction sprint wasn't just a marketing stunt, it was an engineering expedition. To achieve that speed, Bugatti had to contend with forces that distort metal and vaporize rubber. The car was extended by nearly 10 inches at the rear, a long-tail design specifically engineered to reduce aerodynamic stall and maintain laminar airflow over the body, effectively reducing drag by a significant margin. The exhaust system was also modified to exit at the top, further optimizing the diffuser's efficiency. Even the tires, bespoke Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s, were X-rayed at the factory to ensure structural integrity at speeds where centrifugal force could literally tear them apart. This wasn't just about raw power, it was about every single component, every curve, every ounce of material working in perfect, terrifying harmony to cheat the wind. It was a stark, undeniable reminder to every other hypercar builder on the planet that when it comes to pushing the absolute limits of speed, the checkered flag still unequivocally resides in Molsheim. The 3, a W16 with 4 turbos and 0 chill pop the hood, or rather lift the carbon panel, on any modern Bugatti, and you won't just find an engine. You'll discover a mechanical masterpiece, an automotive anomaly that looks like it was designed by a committee of fighter jet engineers, advised by a NASA rocket scientist, and then given final approval by one guy who just wanted to utterly terrify valets. This isn't your average V8 or V12. This is the W16. Let's break down this beast. It's an 8.0-liter, 16-cylinder monster, arranged not in a V, but in a W configuration. Imagine 2 narrow-angle V8s joined at the crankshaft, creating a compact yet incredibly complex powerhouse. And then, for good measure, Bugatti bolted on 4 turbochargers. Yes, 4. These aren't just for show, they're designed to spool in sequence, a meticulously choreographed ballet of forced induction, ensuring that your neck doesn't snap off at a traffic light, but also that you have an immediate, relentless surge of power at any RPM. 2 smaller turbos spool up almost instantly at lower engine speeds, providing immediate torque and eliminating turbo lag. As the revs climb, the 2 larger turbos join the party, unleashing the engine's full, unholy fury. In the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus, this W16 cranks out an astonishing 1,578 horsepower. To put that into perspective, that's roughly the same as 7 Volkswagen Golf Rs stacked together, all pushing their maximum output simultaneously. Or, if you prefer, it's enough power to launch a small plane. But horsepower is only half the story. The torque peak, a staggering 1,180 pound-feet, arrives at an incredibly accessible 2,250 RPM and stays flat. A colossal plateau of pulling power until the rev limiter finally waves the white flag at over 6,000 RPM. Translation? This car pulls like a freight train from idle all the way to its theoretical top speed of 440 km/h. There's no lull, no hesitation, just an unending, brutal surge that pins you to the back of your seat. At those extreme velocities, the tires, those bespoke, multi-thousand-dollar pieces of rubber, are spinning at an unbelievable 4,100 times a minute. At that speed, they're not just rotating, they're fighting a losing battle against centrifugal force, praying they don't delaminate into expensive high-speed glitter. The sheer energy contained within that rotating rubber is enough to make engineers lose sleep. The cooling system alone is a marvel, requiring 10 radiators to manage the immense heat generated by the engine, the turbos, and the braking system. This W16 isn't just an engine. It's a statement of engineering defiance. A monument to what's possible when cost and convention are secondary to the pursuit of ultimate performance. Before, the natural gas EB110 that sniffed out a 214 mph record. Before the Veyron ever turbo-spooled its way into the history books, there was another Bugatti that wore the crown of fastest production car in the world. This was the EB110, specifically the Supersport variant, a machine that held some seriously quirky and utterly unique records. It was a supercar for the 90s, a quad-turbocharged V12 beast with a carbon fiber monocoque chassis, designed by the legendary Marcello Gandini, the same visionary behind the Lamborghini Countach and Miura. It was a technological tour de force, pushing boundaries long before the modern hypercar era. In 1993, in a move that sounds like something out of a mad scientist's lab, Bugatti engineers did something truly unexpected. They bolted a pair of natural gas tanks into the car's sill panels, converting the already potent 3.5-liter quad-turbo V12 to run on methane. Why? Perhaps to explore alternative fuels, perhaps just because they could. The result? A jaw-dropping 344.7 km/h or 214 mph, making it the fastest car ever powered by natural gas. Imagine the audacity. A hypercar fueled by what many use for their barbecue, breaking records. It was a bizarre, brilliant experiment that perfectly encapsulated Bugatti's willingness to push beyond conventional limits, even if it meant venturing into seemingly absurd territories. But the EB110 wasn't done. The same car, later in its storied life, found itself on a frozen lake in Finland. Yes, a frozen lake. There, it proceeded to shred an ice runway, recording an astonishing 296.34 km/h, nearly 184 mph, making it the fastest series production car ever on frozen water. Think about the precision, the grip, the sheer control required to pilot a 600-horsepower rear-wheel drive machine at nearly 300 km/h on a surface that offers almost zero friction. It's a testament not just to the power of the engine, but to the incredible chassis balance, the advanced all-wheel drive system, unique for its time, and the bravery of the test drivers. Because nothing screams future of sustainable motoring quite like a 1990s Italian-built, carbon chassis, quad-turbo 12-cylinder super coupe running on barbecue fuel while simultaneously sliding across a glacier. It's a hilarious, awe-inspiring contradiction that highlights Bugatti's enduring spirit of innovation and their penchant for the extraordinary, proving that their legacy of pushing limits isn't just about raw speed, but about conquering challenges in the most unexpected and spectacular ways imaginable. The EB110, often overshadowed by its Veyron and Chiron successors, was a pioneer, a true testament to Bugatti's early 90s resurrection, and its unwavering commitment to engineering excellence. The 5. Only 30 people own the 300-plus replica, and they all know each other. Exclusivity is a word often thrown around in the luxury car market, but Bugatti defines it in a league of its own. When the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus broke the speed barrier, Bugatti promised a limited production run for its most dedicated clientele. They delivered exactly 30 Chiron Supersport 300 Plus road cars. Not 31, not 29, but precisely 30. Each one is a rolling tribute to the record-breaking prototype, wearing the exact same iconic black and orange livery, right down to the subtle orange ring around the exhaust tips, a visual signature of its record-setting lineage. The price? Before local taxes, before any bespoke customization, you'd be looking at about $3.5 million. And for most of these cars, the delivery miles were in the single digits, driven just enough to get them onto the transport truck. These aren't daily drivers for popping to the grocery store. They are highly coveted pieces of automotive art, engineering marvels, and investments. The fascinating part about such a tiny elite club of owners is the community it creates. Imagine the first owner meetup for these 30 individuals. It probably looked less like a corporate launch event and more like a high school reunion, except everyone arrived in a 300 MAF name tag. These aren't just wealthy individuals. They are true connoisseurs, often collectors with vast and diverse garages. They understand the significance of what they own. Rumor has it, the factory even keeps a private WhatsApp group to coordinate crucial things like oil changes, tire pressure checks, or perhaps even just to share stories of their latest high-speed escapades. Can you picture it? Owners of 1,500 horsepower hypercars, individuals who could buy and sell small nations, arguing about tire pressures like it's a golf cart forum. It's a wonderfully humanizing image, highlighting that even at the pinnacle of automotive extravagance, there's a shared passion, a collective understanding of the immense responsibility and thrill that comes with owning such a machine. This level of exclusivity isn't just about the price tag. It's about belonging to an inner circle, a fraternity of individuals who appreciate the absolute zenith of automotive engineering and performance. It's a testament to the fact that for Bugatti, the car is just the beginning of a truly unique ownership experience. B6. The bolide will shave. Another 0.2 off 60. If the Chiron is Bugatti's road-legal hypercar, then the bolide is its alter ego, its unhinged, track-only sibling, built purely for the brutal pursuit of lap times and the visceral thrill of extreme performance. This isn't just a faster Chiron, it's a completely re-engineered, purpose-built track weapon. Numbers incoming, and they are utterly insane. 2.2 seconds to hit 60 mph. Let that sink in. Most supercars are thrilled to break the 3-second mark. The bolide shatters it. This mind-bending acceleration is thanks to a combination of factors. An upgraded W16 engine, now producing an earth-shattering 1,825 horsepower, but only when fed with 100-octane race fuel. Without that high-octane elixir, it still makes a monstrous 1,600 HP on pump gas. And then there's the dry weight, under 1,150 kilograms. Do the math. That's an astonishing power-to-weight ratio of 0.9 kg per horsepower, or roughly 0.67 horsepower per kilogram. That ratio is eclipsed only by top-fuel dragsters and literal rockets. It's a car that generates more power than its own weight, an almost unfathomable concept in automotive engineering. Bugatti confidently states that the bolide will lap the legendary Le Mans circuit in the 307 window. This is polite code for, we're faster than an LMP1 car, the prototypes that race for overall victory at Le Mans, but we're too polite to brag. To put that in perspective, the fastest ever Le Mans lap was set by a Toyota TS-050 hybrid LMP1 car at 3:14.791. The bolide, a car that customers can actually buy, is predicted to be 7 seconds quicker. This isn't just fast. It's a paradigm shift in what a non-racing prototype can achieve on a world-class circuit. Only 40 of these ballistic machines will ever be built, each one a testament to Bugatti's unwavering commitment to pushing the boundaries of what's possible on a track. Every bolide will wear an X-Track sequential gearbox, designed for lightning-fast, brutal shifts, and a fire suppression system so robust it could probably extinguish the sun. Its aerodynamic package is pure function over form, featuring a dynamic roof scoop that changes its shape at speed to optimize airflow and downforce, and a rear wing that generates nearly 1,800 kilos of downforce at 320 km/h. This isn't just a car. It's a hyper-engineered, track-focused missile designed to redefine what it means to be fast around a circuit, pushing the limits of both physics and driver endurance. 7. The passenger ride. Nobody officially timed. You've heard of extreme customer service, right? Maybe a personalized concierge, bespoke interior options, or even a factory tour. But Bugatti takes it to an entirely different level, blurring the lines between customer experience and outright adrenaline-fueled insanity. During the W16 Mistral's 2024 record blast, where it cemented its place in history as the fastest open-top car ever by hitting an astonishing 453.991 km/h, that's 282 miles per hour, Bugatti did something truly unprecedented. They invited the owner, the person who would eventually take delivery of one of these magnificent machines, to ride shotgun. Think about that for a moment. No roll cage separating them. Just a 5-point harness cinching the passenger firmly into the seat and a helmet mic to capture the screams of delight or terror. This wasn't a casual cruise. This was a full-bore record attempt run, with the wind literally screaming past at speeds that would peel paint off a wall. This makes it, unofficially, the fastest taxi ride in human history. Forget your Uber pool. This is a whole new dimension of transportation. The owner stepped out shaking. Not from fear, mind you, but from the sheer, unadulterated G-force of air slamming against his cheeks at Mach 0.37. Imagine the wind pressure, the blurring landscape, the roar of the W16 engine just inches behind you, all while exposed to the elements. It's an experience that transcends mere speed. It's a full sensory assault, a primal connection to the raw power of the machine. If you ever wondered what Bugatti customer service truly looks like, apparently it involves strapping you into a 1,600 horsepower, roofless marvel and saying with a knowing wink, "Keep your hands inside the ride at all times." It's a testament to Bugatti's confidence in their engineering and their desire to provide an unparalleled, unforgettable experience for their most discerning clients, proving that owning a Bugatti is about more than just the car. It's about the stories, the sensations, and the sheer audacity of what you can achieve with it. 8. The Veyron's tires. Cost more than a Civic and only. Last 15 minutes at top speed. When you're pushing the boundaries of automotive performance, every single component must be engineered to withstand forces that would tear lesser materials apart. And few components face greater stress than the tires. For the Bugatti Veyron, the tires were not just tires. They were a bespoke engineering marvel, a critical piece of the puzzle that allowed the car to achieve its then unprecedented top speeds. We're talking about Michelin Pilot Sport Pax run flats. The price for a set? A cool $33,000. That's more than the cost of a brand new Honda Civic in many markets. These weren't off-the-shelf tires. They were custom molded, specifically designed and certified to handle speeds up to 420 km/h, 261 mph. The manufacturing process was so precise that each tire had to be X-rayed to ensure absolute perfection and structural integrity before it was mounted on the car. The wheels themselves were also custom, featuring a unique pack system that allowed the tire to run flat for a limited distance. A nod to safety at extreme speeds. But here's the truly mind-boggling part. At speeds exceeding 250 mph, the tread lifespan of these $33,000 tires is roughly 15 minutes. 15 minutes. That's it. In that brief window, the centrifugal forces, the heat generated by friction, and the sheer stress on the rubber are so immense that the tires literally begin to degrade. However, before you even need new rubber, you'll probably need a new pair of trousers, because the Veyron's 100-liter fuel tank runs completely dry in just 12 minutes at top speed. Yes, you can run out of fuel before your tires give up the ghost. It's an insane race against the clock, a visceral demonstration of the extreme energy consumption at the pinnacle of automotive performance. Bugatti, ever the practical advisor in their own unique way, recommends swapping these specialized tires every 4,000 kilometers, about 2,500 miles, under normal use. But let's be honest, can any drive that involves 1,001 horsepower or even 1,200 HP in the Supersport truly be considered normal? The cost of ownership for a Bugatti isn't just the purchase price. It's the ongoing astronomical expense of maintaining a machine built to defy physics, where even the consumables are engineering masterpieces themselves. It's a stark reminder that when you play at the very top tier, the rules of ordinary motoring simply don't apply. Number 9. The average buyer owns 42 cars, 3 jets, and a yacht named Backup Plan. Who buys a Bugatti? It's a question that sparks curiosity, conjuring images of oil magnates and tech billionaires. But Bugatti's internal surveys paint a picture that's even more extravagant and fascinating than you might imagine. Their clients aren't just wealthy. They are ultra-high net worth individuals who operate on a completely different financial plane. On average, a Bugatti owner already collects about 42 vehicles. That's not a typo. 42 cars. This isn't just a collection of supercars either. While their garages often include other hypercar legends like a LaFerrari, a Koenigsegg, or a vintage Bugatti Type 57, a nod to the brand's rich heritage, you might also find something agricultural like a Mercedes-Benz Unimog, just to keep things humble, or perhaps for tackling the rough terrain on one of their multiple estates. Their automotive tastes are as diverse as their portfolios, ranging from priceless classics to cutting-edge electric vehicles, all curated with an expert eye. The extravagance doesn't stop at cars. 3 out of 4 Bugatti owners possess at least one private jet, and 1 in 4 owns a superyacht that's longer than 60 meters. That's over 196 feet for context, often with names as whimsical and confident as Backup Plan. These aren't just toys, they are tools of a global lifestyle, enabling seamless travel and leisure on an unimaginable scale. The brand understands this clientele implicitly, which is why their customer service goes far beyond what any other automaker offers. Bugatti keeps a dedicated concierge on call, not just to schedule routine maintenance, but to arrange factory tours in Molsheim, France, where clients can witness the meticulous hand assembly of their vehicles. They'll organize champagne picnics inside the dynamometer room, allowing owners to experience the raw power of their car on the rollers while sipping bubbly. And yes, the concierge is there to gently remind you that the exquisite aluminum switchgear in your cabin is hand-polished for 4 hours by a master craftsman, so please, for the love of all that is holy, try not to scratch it with your platinum key. This isn't just about selling a car. It's about curating an entire lifestyle, a bespoke experience that caters to every whim and desire of the world's most discerning and demanding individuals. 10. The name is still family-owned, even under Volkswagen. In the complex world of automotive conglomerates where brands are bought, sold, and assimilated, it's rare to find a mark that retains a tangible connection to its founding family, especially one under the vast umbrella of a giant like the Volkswagen Group. Yet Bugatti is a glorious exception, a testament to the enduring power of heritage and brand identity. Ettore Bugatti founded the firm in 1909, imbuing it with his vision of engineering excellence and artistic design. Today, while the trademark and manufacturing operations sit firmly under Volkswagen Group's ownership, the spirit of Ettore lives on in a remarkably direct way. Direct descendants of Ettore Bugatti still sit on advisory boards. They don't just lend their name, they retain a surprising amount of influence, including, incredibly, veto power over things as seemingly minor as color names. Take, for example, the iconic noir color option, a deep, lustrous black that adorns some of Bugatti's most exclusive models, including the legendary La Voiture Noire. This wasn't just a marketing department's clever idea for a sophisticated shade. Oh no. That specific black was signed off by the family matriarch, who, with an unwavering sense of tradition and style, declared black the only color worthy of a 300 dinner jacket. Imagine the scene. A corporate meeting, executives presenting spreadsheets and market research, and then the matriarch, with a twinkle in her eye and a lifetime of Bugatti history in her veins, making an artistic decree that shapes the very aesthetic of a multi-million-dollar hypercar. This is not something you'd see at other brands. Try renaming a Ferrari shade, and you'll get a lawyer's letter. Try it at Bugatti, and you'll get a grandmother with a very strong opinion, a formidable guardian of the brand's aesthetic legacy. This unique arrangement ensures that Bugatti remains true to its roots, that the artistic and engineering integrity established by Ettore over a century ago continues to influence every decision, every curve, and every color. It's a remarkable fusion of corporate power and familial passion, ensuring that Bugatti isn't just a brand, but a living, breathing legacy where tradition and innovation dance in perfect high-speed harmony. All right, you've journeyed through the looking glass of Bugatti's most insane secrets. Which of these facts fried your brain the hardest? Was it the average Bugatti owner's 42-car garage, the sheer audacity of a passenger ride at 282 mph with the roof off, or the mind-bending reality of tires that expire faster than free Wi-Fi? Drop your pick in the comments below. Let us know what blew your mind. If you're hungry for more automotive rabbit holes and stories that defy belief, smash that subscribe button. And please do your friends a favor, share this with anyone who still thinks 200 mph is fast, because clearly they haven't met Bugatti yet. So, next time someone drops the cliche Bugatti equals speed, you can smile knowingly and offer them a much richer, far more intricate narrative. You can enlighten them about natural gas-powered EB110s tearing across frozen lakes, about tire budgets bigger than family sedans, and about grandmothers fiercely guarding color palettes with ancestral authority. The truth is, the French hypercar brand never built just cars. It built moving contradictions, equal parts engineering thesis, art installation, and adrenaline grenade. Each model is a testament to human ingenuity pushed to its absolute breaking point, a blend of meticulous craftsmanship and raw, untamed power. And here's the kicker. The bolide hasn't even hit customer hands yet, and the W16 Mistral is just beginning its reign. Something tells me the story of Bugatti is only getting wilder, and we're all just along for the most exhilarating ride of our lives.